Hi Sugar Puffs! Today I'll be teaching you how to make a GFX. Let's start the video. So first you want to open Roblox Studio, which I'm going to have to have Roblox open and press create. Next you press where it says create new experience. I just select classic baseplate. And then plugins, and make sure you have 𝑜𝓅𝑒𝓃 or 𝑜𝓅𝑒𝓃 Pro. If you not have them, you want to go to Toolbox, and if you not see Toolbox, you go to View, and then Toolbox, and then it'll appear and disappear. So you just need to click on Toolbox, change Models to Plugins, and it should be a first one here, where it's 𝑜𝓅𝑒𝓃 Lite. Or if you want 𝑜𝓅𝑒𝓃 Pro, it was for 35 Robux. And I'll be leaving links to both of them down in the description below. And you can go and get whichever one you want. And there's not really a big difference though. So what you want to do is go to Plugins, 𝑜𝓅𝑒𝓃 or 𝑜𝓅𝑒𝓃 Pro, and then you type in your username. And I'm going to type in mine, which is soshiezz. And then you want to select spawn at origin, so it has that X there, and then spawn R6. Now if you would like to change the face, I'll show you how. You can double click the face and press backspace, toolbox, and change plugins to images, and then you can just search up whichever face you want. So if you want super happy face, you can type in super happy face. To put the face on the character, you just need to click on the face and then drag it on to their head, and you can see the face. And I'm going to be putting the face back. Okay, so now all you want to do is make sure that you selected the character and make sure that you're in Explorer. And then you want to see your name. You'll see your username right there. And then you right click and export selection. And then you have to save it into a safe spot, and then just name it your username or whatever you want to name it. And then you press save, and make sure that has an object model.obj. Okay, now you can add a room model. So to do that, you go Toolbox and go Models, and then you can search for a room model.
Dance with me under the diamonds. See me like breath in the cold. Sleep with me here in the silence. Come kiss me silver and gold. You say that I won't lose you, but you can't.
Next, when you are done adding in and finding the room model you want to select it, right click, and export selection. To add a prop, go to Toolbox, make sure that you're in Models, and then you can search up for whatever you want. And to fit the theme, I think that I'll go with, I'll do a cupcake. When you select the prop, Explorer, right click, export selection. Now, once you've saved everything, you want to close Roblox Studio and open up a rig in Blender. And the link to Blender will be in the description below and to the rig. Now you want to open your files and then do whichever rig you want. I'll be doing a woman rig. So I double click. Now Blender will open. To move your view, you press the middle mouse and you can move. And to move around, you press shift and then the squiggly line. Now you can move. And to control it, you just use WASD or the arrow keys. So to delete the head, you need to select it with your mouse, and then press X, and delete or enter on your keyboard. And if there's anything else left, you can select that and delete it. Now you'll need to add your avatar texture, so you click on your torso, and then you change this arrow here into this eye for a shader editor. You move it up, you drag it up, and then you can just move around and zoom in with the scrolling tool on the mouse, and to move around by clicking with the middle. Now you just want to be on this texture down here instead of this texture up here. This right here, open image, downloads, and then you can go into your files again, into downloads, or wherever you saved it, or wherever you saved your avatar. Now we go up, and then there will be your texture. So you select your texture and drag it into Blender. Now you can move this down. Your avatar texture is on now. Now again you press File, Import, wavefront.obj, Downloads, and you just go here. And then instead of doing your texture, you do the one with just your username instead of the one with like a music symbol or whatever that one is. You just want to do the one with this block or cube. So you drag it into Blender. And instead of doing import obj, first we have to go to geometry in this arrow here and split by group. Now you do import obj, go into this mode down here by selecting the white circle, move. Now you can drag it. Now you can click away and delete the body. Now you'll need to select the head, right click, set origin, and origin to geometry. Now press join. Now drag your head onto the neck and do under rotation in the Z you do 180, or you can always press rotate and then move the head around. Now you just select the head and then you can move it back. Now to make sure your work saves if Blender ever crashes, you will need to save your work. So you will need to go File, Save As, and then save it into a safe spot. Now save it to a safe spot where you won't lose it. and save as. Now you can press. Now you can save it under File. Now you want to import your room model. When you go to File, Import, Wavefront.obj. And now you want to go back into Files and now you can go to Files and get the room model that you saved. Mine named Mine Cafe, so I'll be dragging it over here. And then press Geometry and split by group. So now it'll all be one piece instead of a bunch of pieces. And import OBJ. Once you've imported the room model, you can right click and do Set Origin to Geometry. Now you can move to the room model. And then you can do File and Save. Now you have to go into Object Mode and then select the circles around the body, Shift, and select the head. Now you've selected multiple things. Now move the character so they are into the position or into the place that you want them to be. Now I'm going to move them so they're facing this way at the customers. And then you can always resize them if they look small. I'll select the head and rotate it back and do a curve a bit and move it a bit. Then you can select the circles around the avatar, and then where it says object mode, you need to select that and put it in pose mode. Now you want to go to rotate, and you can now rotate the avatar. I'm going to save. Now I'm going to be adding the muffin, or you can add the prop that you saved. Now that the prop is in, you select it, right click, set origin, and origin to geometry. You can now move it over to the avatar. Once you are finished posing the GFX, make sure that you're in object mode and you haven't selected anything. And make sure to go File and Save. Press Add and go to Camera. Then to view the camera, you either go View, Cameras, and activate camera. And to leave it, you do press the middle mouse. But to another way to enter camera, which is easier I think, you do Control, Alt, and then 0 in the number pad. Now you are viewing the camera. Next, to move around with the camera, you do Shift and the squiggly line again. And you can just move the camera wherever you want. So now I'm going to go view the camera. But when we go into render mode, and make sure that you're rendering in cycles because it renders better in my opinion. And File, save again. To make it brighter, you go World Properties, Color, and you can make it brighter. But I'm going to keep it right here because I will be going to Object Mode and adding a light sun. And I'm going to be moving it up. And I'll be posing it at B in the GFX. And I'll be viewing the camera. And I'll move it a bit. Okay, perfect. Now I'll just save it. And let's see what it looks like. Okay. So I'll select this, the light, go here, and then you can always change the color of the light. So I'll be making it brown to fit my theme more. And I'll also make it a bit brighter. So I'll be moving the camera view around a bit. And you can experiment of which place is your favorite for it. Okay, so I'm loving how it's turning out. Now you select the snowball, the circle right here, render, and render image. To save it, you go up to image, save as, and then save it in a safe spot on your computer. You won't lose it. If this video helped you, please make sure to leave a like and maybe even subscribe. If you have any questions, please comment them down below and I will try to respond to them. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.